Hari Om.
Hari Om.
So welcome to all of you for the third lesson of pranayama. We will start the lesson with 3 Om and Guru Vandana. Please be ready. Sit in a comfortable position, any suitable asana. Neck straight, spine erect, eyes gently closed, hands in Dhyana Mudra. I will say, please repeat after me. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu,
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu,
Guru Devo Maheshwara,
Guru Devo Maheshwara,
Guru Sakshat Parabrahma,
Guru Sakshat Parabrahma,
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha,
Gurave Namaha.
Gurave Namaha,
Gurave Namaha.
Gurave Namaha.
Gently open your eyes. I will be teaching you Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is a cleansing process, particularly for the lungs. It cleans the impurities from the lung. So it is cleansing process. But it is connected with breathing. Because lungs we have to clean through the breathing only. Different system of breathing. Very special type of breathing is there in Kapalabhati. And Kapalabhati is normally practiced before the practice of pranayama. Because it has been observed that Kapalabhati improves the storage capacity of oxygen in our body, particularly intracellular oxygen. So considering all this, as it is practiced before pranayama and it is connected with breathing, it is called as pranayama, which is not proper. Kapalabhati is not a pranayama, because there is no holding of breath also. And actually in Hatha Yogic text, it is explained as cleansing process for the lungs. So it is a cleansing process, definitely to confirm. But it is practiced before pranayama. So we will also learn what is this technique. Normal inhalation, exhalation is there in Kapalabhati also. But the speciality is that exhalation is with force, maximum force, like a jerk. So to exhale in a jerk and inhale normally, very normal, without any efforts. So while exhaling, we have to put maximum effort to give a jerk, but preferably to the diaphragm and of course the abdominal muscles. And while inhaling, relax all the muscles. Air will automatically go in. So you need not have to put any effort for inhalation, but maximum effort for exhalation with a jerk. This is called Kapalabhati. And this is to be continued. Ideal rate for this is 120 strokes per minute. That means 2 strokes per second. Very fast. The practice can be started with slow speed, no problem. We have to pay more attention to both the practices, inhalation and exhalation. Exhalation we do spend a lot of efforts, but sometimes the exhalation is not proper. We don't pay much attention to inhalation, and that is why there is short supply of oxygen to the body, and one can get suffocated within a very short period. So you should not get suffocated at all, because inhalation is there, exhalation is there. It must be continued. So you have to focus on exhalation as well as inhalation also. I will demonstrate first. You just observe, and then you have to practice. You need not inhale fully and then start Kapalbhati. That is totally wrong process. Normal breathing is going on, and during normal breathing only we have to start Kapalbhati, because we are inhaling also, not only exhaling. So inhalation is there, so it will provide oxygen also to the body, so no problem will be there. You just observe now. So the maximum movement is abdominal muscles and particularly the diaphragm. Chest is not moving to that extent. Little movement will be there. So this movement you have to focus properly and give a jerk. And you can start with slow speed in the beginning and then slowly go on increasing the speed to attain the target at 120 strokes per minute. Once more I will demonstrate. Just observe. So as the inhalation is there, there is no suffocation. At the most you may feel your abdominal muscles are exerted, and then you need to stop. That is the right way of Kapalbhati. If you think that there is suffocation and then you need to stop, that is not proper. So you observe it now, you have to practice. Don't increase the speed in the beginning. Keep the speed low also, doesn't matter. But focus on exhalation in jerk and inhalation quite normal. Start. And if you feel exhausted, you may stop. Now stop Kapalbhati, just normal breathing. Repeat the round again. Start Kapalbhati. Now stop Kapalbhati, normal breathing. Now repeat one more round. Start Kapalbhati. Now stop. Normal breathing. Now we start practice of deep breathing as usual. Keep your body relaxed. Hands in Dhyana Mudra, spine erect, neck straight. Eyes gently closed. And focus your mind on your breath. Be aware of the breath. Do not control. Just observe. Air is gently going in and coming out of the nostrils. Now start controlling your breath. Inhale slowly, fully and deeply. And exhale slowly, fully and deeply. The metronome will start and it will give the beats. You can fix up your beats at least 4 to 6. Very possible 4 to 8. Now stop the deep breathing after exhalation. So completing the cycle. Stop deep breathing, continue normal breathing. Now gently open your eyes. So this is deep breathing. We have practiced with both the nostrils. Now we have to think something about these two nostrils. We have got two nostrils, left and right. In the nasal passage, there is a separation which is called septum. The separation is hardly 2–2.5 inch. It is from the tip of the nose to the top of the nose. Afterwards, there is only one pipe. There is no separation. So this separation of 2 inches only, what is the meaning of this? Why it is done? This question is not answered by modern science. In physiology, nothing is explained about that. The experts say air is going from left side or right side. Ultimately, it is going through one pipe only into the lungs only. So it makes no difference. But that provision is provided by nature. Why it is provided? Reason is not known to the modern science. But the science of yoga has studied this aspect long back in much detail. The surprising results are there. I am not going in much detail, but it is said in the yogic text that the inhalation with the right nostril results in hot condition in the body, and result is cold with the left nostril. Exactly opposite results are there, and we can inhale with only one nostril. We can close the other one and we can inhale with one. That's quite possible. That is what is taught in yoga. Of course, when these words are used, hot and cold, these words are not related to the temperature of the body. Temperature doesn't vary. But yoga is more nearer to the Ayurveda. And Ayurveda uses these words, Ushna Prakriti and Shita Prakriti. That is hot state of body and cold state of body. Not connected with temperature, but the functioning of the body. This cold and asthma, these are the problems when the coldness of the body increases. And acidity and ulcer, these are the problems when the hotness of the body increases. That is how the words hot and cold are used in Ayurveda, and same terminology is used in yoga in this condition also. And these techniques we utilize in treating the patients. The patients of this cold and asthma and all, we teach the hot pranayamas, Surya Vedana Basrika. The patients with acidity and ulcer problems, we teach the cold pranayama, Shitali, Sitkari, and that works quite well. That is what our experience is. And I want to relate it to some modern terminology also. Right nostril breathing stimulates the sympathetic nervous system in the body, and sympathetic nervous system stimulates all speeding conditions in the body, and left nostril breathing stimulates parasympathetic nervous system, which is a calming down nervous system. So these results are observed in practice also. So we'll start using these techniques in pranayama. That is a basic type of pranayama. It is called Anulom Vilom Pranayama. It is a deep breathing only, but you can call it alternate nostril breathing. So we have to inhale through left nostril, slowly, fully, deeply. Exhale through right, slowly, fully, deep. Then inhale through right and exhale through left. So this completes one round of Anulom Vilom Pranayama. Proportion, you can continue with your own proportion what you have selected, preferably 4 to 6. And this closing of the nostril and opening of the nostril, we can use a typical mudra. It is called pranayama mudra. This index finger and middle finger is to be folded like this. And these folded fingers, you have to keep it on your lips. So you can close right nostril with the thumb, left nostril with the ring finger, alternately. And keep hands like this, and hand up to elbow. It should touch to your chest. This is the most comfortable posture, and this is useful for the long practice of pranayama. If you hold like this, there will be overstrain to these muscles. You will be tired of. There is a proper way to tie up this pranayama mudra. Of course, you have to remove the specs. Just listen. Closing the right nostril with the thumb, inhale through left. Then open the right, close the left through the ring finger, and exhale through right. Keeping the mudra same, inhale through right. Now close the right, open the left, and exhale through left. This is how it is to be practiced. Please be ready. Tie up pranayama mudra. Hold this index finger, middle finger. Keep the folded fingers on your lips. Remove the specs if they are there. And now start. Close the right nostril and inhale through left. Slowly, fully, deeply. Metronome will start, so you can count it also. Now close the left with ring finger, open the right and exhale through right. Keep the pranayama mudra same, inhale through right. Close the right, open the left and exhale through left. Continue the repetitions. Proportion preferably 4 to 6. If you can make 4 to 8 also. But be comfortable. Don't overstrain. When you exhale through left, it is a completion of the cycle. So completion of the cycle, stop Anulam Vilam Pranayama. Continue normal breathing. Just relax for a while, again we have to practice the same thing. Just relax a while. Yes, be ready. Type pranayama mudra. Close the right one, start with the left. Continue the rounds. Focus your mind fully on your breath and practice it very slowly. Inhale and exhale deeply and fully. As you practice with both the nostrils, you have to practice with individual nostrils. and stop after completing the cycle, that is exhalation through left, then stop Anulom Vilom Pranayam, continue normal breathing. So this is a basic pranayam it is called, because it is a balancing one. We are using left nostril, right nostril for inhalation, for exhalation always. So it balances the heat and cold in our body. So this is recommended for everybody, whatever the condition is. Of course, proportion will vary depending on the capacity. But anybody can practice and get the benefits of this. Benefits of deep breathing are already there, because we are deep breathing only. But using the nostrils, we get that result for the nostrils also. So balancing the body condition, balancing the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system in our body. Now we have to practice Bhramari Pranayam. You know very well. Inhale with both the nostrils and exhale in Bhramari. You have to do the 5 rounds, count yourself and then stop. Yes, be ready. Start inhalation through both the nostrils, slowly, fully, deeply. Exhale in Bhramari. Continue 5 rounds and then stop. That's fine. We'll conclude the session with Om chanting. Please be ready. शांति शांति शांति।
ओम शांति शांति शांति।
ओम शांति शांति शांति।
ओम शांति शांति शांति।
ओम शांति शांति